So I've recently been really into making these tiny doors to live on my walls, and I think they look so cute, especially kind of tucked amongst my paintings. So today I want to show you how I make them because I've been really loving this process. So key ingredient here is graph paper. So you're going to want to start off by drawing out a design for your door. I like to make mine the length of a coffee stirrer stick, which I'll explain later. So as you're drawing out your design, you're going to want to create within each shape a slightly smaller version of that shape, as you can kind of see here. And then you're going to want to use a very sharp X-Acto knife and a ruler to cut out your design. You're then going to want to get some really thin balsa wood. I just find mine online. And you are going to cut out a piece that is the size of your door design. You will then tape your design on top of this piece of wood, and once everything is taped down, you'll grab your X-Acto knife and start cutting along the lines you drew. And very important thing to note here, cut along the inside shapes first. As you can see here, very important. Then once you're done, you should be able to kind of gently pop them out and cut off those edges, and you should be left with something that looks like this. You're then going to want to kind of sand down each piece, and I use a nail file to sort of just sand along the inside. Then you're going to want to cut out another piece of balsa wood that is once again the size of your door, and you will super glue each of the pieces you previously cut for the design. And then, this is why I mentioned the coffee stirrer sticks before. I use them to make sort of a door frame, so I put them around all the edges and then also kind of on top like this. And that's it. So you should be then left with something that looks like this. And from here you have a lot of options. You can make more of a door frame like this guy. You can make a little doorknob with a keyhole. You can make just a plain doorknob. You can make a door handle. You can make a little peephole. You got a ton of creative options with this. So for this one I decided to make a doorknob with a little keyhole. And I made the back out of wood and then made the doorknob itself out of clay, which I just baked and then glued on. So I repainted it with like a black-brown wash. So here it is finished. I then made door hinges using toothpicks that I kind of just carved little notches into and then painted the same color as the doorknob. So then you just glue everything in place and that's it. You're finished with the door. So I'm going to make another video showing how I make the stairs. So once again, using graph paper, I mark the distance that I'm trying to cover with my stairs, and then I just start drawing them out. And once I get some stairs drawn that I like, I'm going to hold them up to those doors one more time just to confirm that I like how it covers that space out. And then once again, using really thin balsa wood, I will tape the designs on. So then just using a very sharp X-Acto knife and a ruler, you're going to cut out both of the pieces and sand them down using an emery board. Okay, so then you're going to make the vertical part of each step. So you'll just measure how tall it needs to be, and then you can decide how wide you want each step to be. So then you're going to start gluing all the pieces together like this. And once again, I just like to use super glue. So then you're going to make the top step, and I like to make mine a little bigger than necessary because I kind of like when it has a little bit of an overhang. However, when you glue it on, you're going to want to leave one side flush because you're going to have it up against a wall. So then you're going to glue all of the pieces on, leaving one side flat, one side hanging over the edge. And then you're going to make the back of the steps by just kind of tracing out the shape, cutting it out, and gluing it on. And then for the final step, you're going to just make some sort of platform to connect the doors and the stairs. You could just glue everything in place and have something that looks kind of like this. But I wanted mine to wrap around this corner here because I think it turned out so cute. I think in my space it would have made more sense to do the right door on top and the left door down on the bottom, because like from this angle and from this angle, I think it's so cute. It's displayed in my corner. So what I'm thinking now is that maybe I'll sell that one and in its place do a spiral staircase and do a tutorial on that. I will keep you all updated.